Michael Hayes had not laughed in 8 years. At 49 years old, Michael was a successful millionaire who owned several buildings and businesses in Chicago. He had more money than he could ever spend, a large home, expensive cars, and people who were always ready to help him. But there was one thing money could never give him back: peace. 8 years earlier, Michael had lost his wife, Mary, after a sudden illness. Her death changed him completely. Before that day, Michael was known as a happy man who loved jokes, family dinners, and long talks with friends. After Mary died, that man seemed to disappear. Michael stopped going to places they had visited together. He stopped celebrating his birthday. He stopped smiling at family gatherings. Even when someone told a funny joke, he would only look at them and walk away. His home became quiet. Every morning, Michael ate breakfast alone. Every evening, he returned to an empty house. On the wall of his bedroom was one picture of Mary, smiling, as if she had no idea that one day her smile would become the most painful thing he could look at. Then Anna came into his life. Anna was 35 years old and worked as a maid in Michael's home. She did not know much about his past when she started the job. She only knew that the millionaire was quiet and did not like people asking personal questions, so she never asked. Instead, Anna watched. She noticed that Michael liked his coffee early in the morning. She made sure it was ready before he came downstairs. She noticed that he often forgot to eat when he was busy. She began leaving a warm meal on the table before leaving for the day. She noticed that every Friday, Michael stood for a few minutes in front of Mary's picture. Anna never interrupted him. She understood something about pain because she had known it too. Anna had lost her husband, Jack, 3 years earlier. She was raising their 12-year-old son, Ben, and worked hard because she wanted him to have a better life. One rainy afternoon, Ben came to Michael's house after school because Anna could not find anyone to watch him. Ben sat quietly in the kitchen with his school books. When Michael came home, he saw the boy and stopped. He did not say anything. He simply looked at Ben, then walked upstairs. The next morning, Anna found a new school bag and several books beside Ben's chair. She knew exactly who had left them there. When she thanked Michael, he only said, "He needs them." Then he walked away. Anna smiled. For the first time, she realized that beneath Michael's cold face, there was still a kind man. But she also knew something else. Michael was still trapped inside his grief, and Anna was about to discover a simple way to reach the part of him that everyone else had given up on. A few days later, Michael returned home earlier than usual. As he walked into the kitchen, he saw Anna and Ben sitting at the table. Ben was telling his mother about something funny that happened at school. Anna tried to look serious, but she could not hold back her smile. Michael stood near the doorway and watched them. For a moment, he remembered what his home used to sound like when Mary was alive. People talking, someone laughing, a warm meal on the table. Then Ben noticed him. "Mr. Michael, come sit with us," he said. Michael almost said no. He had spent years eating alone, and sitting with other people felt strange. But something about Ben's simple request made him stop. He slowly pulled out a chair. Anna looked surprised, but she said nothing. Ben continued telling his story, making his mother laugh again. Then he tried to show Michael how he had learned to spin a spoon around his finger. The spoon flew across the table and landed on the floor. Ben froze. Anna covered her mouth. Michael stared at the spoon for a few seconds. Then something unexpected happened. He smiled. It was small, but it was real. Ben looked at Anna with wide eyes. Did he just smile? Anna laughed. Michael shook his head, pretending to be annoyed. "You two are trouble." Ben grinned. "So you can talk after all." Anna laughed even harder. Michael tried to stay serious, but he failed. A soft laugh escaped him. Anna stopped laughing. She looked at Michael carefully, almost afraid that the moment might disappear. Michael noticed her expression. "What?" Anna smiled. "Nothing, Mr. Michael." But Michael knew exactly what she was thinking. He had laughed, not because someone had forced him to, not because he was pretending to be happy. He had simply laughed. That evening, Michael walked into his bedroom and stood before Mary's picture. For years, he had looked at that picture with nothing but pain. This time, he smiled. "I still miss you," he whispered. His eyes filled with tears, but he did not turn away. For the first time, he understood that missing Mary did not mean he had to stop living. The next morning, Michael made another small change. He asked Anna and Ben to join him for breakfast. Then he began making more changes. He started visiting places he had avoided for years. He gave money to a local school in Mary's name. He also began helping families who were struggling, not because he wanted praise, but because he finally understood how much a small act could mean to someone. Anna never asked for anything. She simply kept being kind, and Ben kept bringing laughter into the house. Slowly, the silence that had filled Michael's home began to disappear. And when Michael Hayes watched Anna and Ben leave that evening, he felt something inside him that had been silent for 8 long years. A small spark of warmth. He finally understood that healing did not mean forgetting Mary. It meant allowing himself to live again while carrying her memory with him. Anna never tried to replace the past. She simply reminded him that kindness could still exist in the present. And as Michael looked at the empty doorway, he realized that the quiet house no longer felt quite as lonely as before. But what Michael didn't know was that Anna and Ben were about to become part of a new chapter in his life, one that would teach him that sometimes the people who enter our lives unexpectedly are the ones who help us find our way back to happiness.